More breaking news this morning. A shooting near Hobby Airport. According to HPD, a man shot a suspect who was attempting to rob him. It happened in a gas station parking lot on Airport Boulevard.
On September 1st, everything changed after an armed citizen just shot armed robber days after Texas constitutional carry begins. In the early dawn of September 1st, the rulebooks were rewritten in the massive southern state of Texas. A substantial shift occurred in the governance of the state, a decision that freed all its residents from the necessity of a concealed carry permit. As the hands of the clock slowly approached the minute hand past 6:03 in the following September 8th, this transformational decision came into full swing. In the light of this recent turn of events, we dive into the breaking news of the day. An incident of dire significance unfolded close to Hobby Airport, a normally bustling location in the heart of Texas. With investigators from the Houston Police Department, or HPD, at the helm, the truth slowly began to surface.
Breaking news this morning. A shooting near Hobby Airport. According to HPD, a man shot a suspect who was attempting to rob him. It happened in a gas station parking lot on Airport Boulevard shortly before 11 o'clock. We are told the suspect was hit in the face but is expected to survive. The man who shot the suspect is cooperating with investigators, and at this time, it appears to be a case of self-defense.
A common man under the threat of robbery had allegedly turned the tables on his assailant. The setting was the mundane yet always bustling parking lot of a gas station on Airport Boulevard, where danger struck just minutes before the 11th hour of the day. The would-be robber, caught off guard, sustained a blow to his face but is currently in the hospital, expected to make a full recovery. Thankfully, the story has a silver lining. The individual who defended himself, the shooter, is collaborating fully with the authorities. From all appearances so far, this incident is shaping up to be a clear-cut case of self-defense. This incident, where an armed citizen just shot armed robber days after Texas constitutional carry begins, sparked a pendant debate in society. Now let us reframe this narrative. What if this encounter took place a month prior in the muggy month of August? Suppose the man who bravely countered his robber was either not the holder of a concealed carry license or was anxiously awaiting the approval of his application. The situation would take on a drastically different tone. The news headlines might have painted a darker picture: an innocent person harmed, or worse yet, a life lost. This incident could have ended with a thief unscathed and the everyday man facing grave danger. This reframed situation recalls a time when the constitutional carry law was enacted in Texas. The move was met with a chorus of displeasure and concern from various corners. Critics argued that this law would make it easier for wrongdoers to possess firearms, even without a permit. However, let's pause here for a moment and consider this. Were criminals not already carrying weapons illicitly? The law that was passed didn't permit felons to carry firearms without a license. What it did was liberate law-abiding citizens from the constraints of permit requirements. Remember, by definition, criminals are individuals who don't ask for permission to violate the law. Unfortunately, such narratives often remain hidden from public view, buried under the weight of media biases. Critics argue for more stringent gun control measures, a call to keep firearms away from individuals with criminal intent. However, the public's attention rarely turns to incidents like the one today. Had our average Joe not been armed and fallen victim to this robbery attempt, the media would undoubtedly be abuzz. The mainstream media and the anti-gun lobbyists often put forth arguments that fail to consider all sides of the story. Contrary to popular belief, criminals don't follow the lawful path of obtaining permits one day, only to commit robberies the next. The truth is that most illegally possessed firearms are stolen, then subsequently used in various criminal activities. When stories emerge of good people using firearms to thwart criminal intentions, the mainstream media often shies away, as such narratives can conflict with a push for more restrictive gun control measures. Major studies on the use of firearms for self-defense, as reported by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, consistently reveal a startling fact. Each year, between 500,000 and 3 million Americans use their firearms for defensive purposes. Yet, this fact remains largely hidden from public view, seldom finding space in mainstream media coverage. Today, however, we find this reality staring us in the face of the would-be robber who, instead of triumphing in this criminal act, was thwarted by an ordinary citizen exercising his lawful right to self-defense. Just imagine the scene. An ordinary, peaceful day suddenly disrupted by the threat of violence. But unlike countless previous incidents, the potential victim this time was not defenseless. Thanks to the new law that eliminated the requirement for a concealed carry permit, they were armed and ready to protect themselves. This incident underscores the importance of lawful gun ownership for self-defense, something many individuals find themselves needing when least expected. Those politicians standing tall in their podiums often overlook this side of the story. They paint a picture of a world where gun control laws will magically deter criminals from obtaining firearms. However, they fail to acknowledge that laws do not stop those with criminal intent. Instead, these laws leave law-abiding citizens at the mercy of those who don't respect the law. Think about the brave citizen who stood up against their armed robber. Without the new law, this person would have been forced into an unthinkable choice to either break the law to protect themselves or face potential harm defenselessly. This incident, therefore, provides a compelling argument against blanket gun control laws and showcases the importance of sensible gun laws to respect the rights of law-abiding citizens to defend themselves. This is not an isolated incident or a one-off event. There are countless individuals out there who find themselves in dangerous situations, needing to defend their lives or their loved ones. The Texas constitutional carry law stands as a beacon of hope for them, proving that law-abiding citizens can have the right to protect themselves without needing to cross the lines of legality. Stricter gun control does not necessarily equate to safer societies. It often leaves innocent, law-abiding citizens vulnerable, forced to confront danger without the means to defend themselves. On the other hand, laws like the Texas constitutional carry, which acknowledge the right to self-defense, empower citizens to stand up against threats and protect their lives and loved ones. It's essential that we consider both sides of the story, recognizing the importance of self-defense rights in the broader debate on gun control. Think about the gravity of carrying a firearm for the purpose of self-defense. It's not an act of impulse or a decision taken on a whim. It's a life-changing commitment. The first time you carry a firearm, your heart races, your mind filled with what-ifs and how-tos. When the situation arises where you must use your firearm for self-defense, the fear can be overwhelming, all-consuming. Then comes the aftermath, dealing with the consequences of your actions. All of these stages can be a terrifying journey if you're not adequately prepared in terms of knowledge and training. Amid the daunting reality of carrying a firearm for self-defense, a glimmer of hope and courage shines bright, the power of self-belief. Here's a tale about someone who has traversed this challenging path. This individual with the responsibility of self-defense using a firearm. Because of these experiences, they made a choice to join the United States Concealed Carry Association, often known as USCCA. Their primary motive was a straightforward, as it was significant. They hoped to never be in a position where they would need to use a gun for self-defense. Membership with the USCCA unlocks a treasure trove of information and resources about firearms. The organization offers an extensive education and training program for members, equipping them with the essential knowledge and skills they require. Access to this information can significantly alleviate the anxiety that typically accompanies the responsibility of carrying a firearm for self-defense. With understanding and preparedness, the path becomes less daunting, and self-assurance begins to replace fear. This is the power of belonging to an organization like USCCA. It's about more than just carrying a firearm. It's about carrying it with confidence and peace of mind. Through the USCCA, you can keep yourself updated about the laws related to firearms in your state and even in others that you might plan to visit. This knowledge is more than just legalese. It's a tool that not only helps you remain on the right side of the law, but also ideally enables you to avoid scenarios where self-defense becomes a necessity. But the benefits of a USCCA membership extend beyond just learning and awareness. The association offers a self-defense liability insurance policy, available to all members without any extra charges. This policy serves as an additional safety net, providing another layer of security in the unfortunate event that self-defense becomes necessary. The path to mastering self-defense, particularly with a firearm, is not easy. It's laden with challenges and responsibilities. However, with the right guidance, the right resources, and ample preparation, you can tread this path with confidence and a thorough understanding of the ins and outs. Always remember, carrying a firearm isn't just about the physical act. It's about the knowledge of when and how to use it, understanding the laws that govern its use, and the mental readiness to bear the weight of such a responsibility. With these tools in your arsenal, you can stand strong, knowing you're better prepared to protect yourself and your loved ones. Make sure to subscribe, and don't miss out on the chance to watch this video showcased here. It's packed with the latest updates, ensuring you're always kept in the loop. This knowledge empowers you to stay ready and secure. Remember, This topic has so much more to offer, and it's all captured in this comprehensive video. Tune in, explore, and elevate your understanding.